and we still would like to be able to keep Mana Leak Mana open with our Snapcaster Mage, or we can also draw Sun Titan and have removal spell. Oh, we drew the Sun Titan now, so yeah. The game plan is now to turn our Phantasmal Image into the Solemn. We're going to block when he swings. We're going to block his Emissary and draw a card, and then we're going to drop our Sun Titan down next turn. And it looks like he just doesn't have anything going right now, since his best play he could muster there was an Emissary. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and copy the Solemn Simulacrum. And then when our Phantasmal Image dies, Sun Titan gets to bring it back. That's what they call value. We don't want an island here, we want to swamp our plains because of Isolated Chapel, and we're going to go with the swamp here. Just have a third black source so we can cast a black removal spell the same turn we, say, cast a Grave Titan or something. And we have removal spells plus Snapcaster in our hand and a Sun Titan, so I would say this game's pretty locked up. I don't know what he can do here to not lose this game, but he does have a couple Forbidden Alchemies in his graveyard, so that will help. That will help him not lose. So here we're blocking the Emissary. We don't want him to draw a card if we don't have to. And we want to draw our card. Then Sun Titan's going to turn into the Solemn. Well, Sun Titan's going to bring back Phantasmal Image, and Phantasmal Image is going to turn into the Solemn, likely. And then hopefully we can trade it away and then bring it back again with Sun Titan, and this time copy Sun Titan. Okay, and in turn we're going to flashback think twice again. Hopefully we can just find a Grave Titan here. That guy ends the game real fast. There are very few cards in the format that actually beat that guy. And one of them is Day of Judgment. Okay, so we just keep drawing more Snapcaster Mages, can't complain. Not the best draw, not the worst draw. And we are just going to go ahead and Sun Titan Phantasmal Image here. And in case he plays Doomblades or things like that, well, this makes it really interesting. If we Phantasmal Image copying the Sun Titan, he has to have 2 removal spells to beat both Sun Titans. Okay, I can get behind that. We're just going to have our Phantasmal Image copy Sun Titan here. As much as I'd like to copy Solemn and then bring it back next turn, it leaves us more susceptible to Doomblade, so we are going to copy Sun Titan. And I will take back... See, we have 3 mana open. We're going to grab back a Glacial Fortress. And now we can Snapcaster Mana Leak. And this should be the ball game. I can't imagine much of what he can do here at this point. I think this game was over quite a few turns ago. I guess a real card would be something like Wormcoil keeps him alive here. Okay, yeah. Yep, Wormcoil's fine. We're going to Forbidden Alchemy end of turn, and then just Oblivion Ring it. He doesn't know we have Oblivion Ring, but... Well, if he had removal spell, he would have played at the end of the turn on the Phantasmal Image Sun Titan, so I think we're in good shape there. And... Ooh, something we can Mana Leak, maybe? Sylvac Replica brings back Birthing Pod. That's interesting. Well, our Mana Leak isn't ever countering a 6-drop anyway, so this is probably one of the best things our Snapcast, well, one of the best things our Mana Leak can do. So we are going to go ahead and Mana Leak it, because we really don't want him having Birthing Pod back at some point. And then we get to untap O-Ring, and it should prompt the concession. And we are going to play the Jace first and mill ourselves. We're going to draw a card and mill ourselves in case we mill anything spicy for the Titans to bring back. Shouldn't be relevant at this stage in the game, but we get to... Question is, do we bash with everything? If we do, the Snapcaster dies, and we might get to rebuy it with the Titan. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Also, if he doesn't block, he's taking 12 damage. Or, well, if he blocks the Snapcaster, he's taking 12 damage, which is a lot. Let's pull this up so I can get my 2 cards back. We want Drowned Catacombs and Glacial Fortress. And we are getting in there with our 6 mana Rampant Growths. Never a bad thing. Although Explosive Vegetation was better. So, okay, so he's going to block and take 8 here and go to 10. Which means he's still just dead to any number of things. He has to beat my Titans, and he has 2 turns to beat a Jace. Well, 3 turns, but... we'll see if he can do that. And he's Doomblading our original Titan. That's fine, don't care about that. So he has another way. Ooh, Boneyard Worm. That guy's gonna be. He's just a 5/5. Okay, so that's not the worst. We can beat that. We're gonna Forbidden Alchemy here, and then ooh. Well, we're just gonna take the Day of Judgment, just in case. Don't see him ever winning this game. But doing this main phase 1 because we maybe mill something that the Sun Titan, the Phantasmal Image Sun Titan, can bring back. It's possible that I can just use the 0 effect 3 times and kill him, but I'm not comfortable doing that because there's a possibility he could kill this Jace. And as long as I just keep drawing an extra card a turn and applying this insane amount of pressure, he has to beat my Planeswalker and my Titan and my 2 draw steps a turn. And it just doesn't seem possible in his current situation. Bring back another irrelevant land. And I can't imagine he can do anything at this point. Yes, we want to use the ability. Alrighty, so I'm not sure combination of cards he could have here. Black Sun Zenith resets the board, and at that point, yep, that's game. Okay. So now we go on to sideboarding for game 2. And I saw a reasonable amount of his deck. I'm not 100% sure how I want to sideboard. I know I don't want the Batter Skull. The Celestial Purge seems like it's only good against like Grave Titan. Not sure how you feel about Go for the Throat. Phantasmal Image is actually probably quite good against him. Yeah, Judgment seems okay against his big guys. The Titans seem fine. So I know I want the Revokes for against Birthing Pod. The question is, do I want like a Nihil Spellbomb versus the Boneyard Worm I saw? Do I want Dissipate for his big guys? Do I want Azure Mage because it seems like a grinding long game? You know, do I want the Sever the Bloodline? Do I want Surgical Extraction? So I'm not 100% sure. You know what I want here. I don't know if I want these other cards. Like I don't know if they're better than other cards in my deck. The Nihil Spellbomb probably isn't because he seems like a Birthing Pod based deck. The counterspells might be. I'm not sure if they're better on the draw that dissipates. Sever the Bloodline may be better than a Day of Judgment, but Day of Judgment is better at killing Grave Titan. And Azure Mages might be good, but again, are they better than like the Snapcaster or Phantasmal Image? I don't know. For the sake of trying things out, we're going to swap out one Snapcaster for one Azure Mage and see how that runs. And we're going to try it like this, and if we do have to go to a game 3, I will try a different sideboard configuration as well.